Action. We're back with another episode of the Our Lifestyle podcast. You got it good this time. Thank you. Finally, 3 podcasts in. We have special guests again. Special guests. We have some greats who are doing their damn thing in the lifestyle and social media portion of them. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Jason. My wife Trish. We go by. I thought we were doing what y'all was doing. You know?
Do it. It's whatever.
We go by FreakNastyCoupleTwo on Twitter.
Okay.
And SDC.
So we definitely just added them on STC for our own personal use. But they are here in Miami to come see the city, come hang out. We were able to get a chance to spend some time with them. We're glad to have you guys here. Who are you guys? Let everybody know who you are, what you do, why you are the important people that you guys are. Because to us, you guys are.
I'm from NOLA. She's from Cali. We met in Cali at work. She's a nurse. I do physical therapy. And we only worked one day together, which was kind of crazy. But I saw her at work one day, and I just had to talk to her.
It's always meeting at
work.
I saw her. We had to talk to her, and we just been rocking ever since. Coming up on 5 years now. And,
5 years?
Yeah.
And then what brought you, or how long after meeting did you guys get into lifestyle? Were you in it before? Did something you guys came upon with each other?
So that's an interesting question. So like we started off recording like all of our content, and he decided that he wanted to start posting it on Twitter to see just of us. We never had the idea to get into the lifestyle really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he did ask me before, like, oh, would you have a threesome with me? And I just was like, no, I don't think I could ever do that.
So you've never done that before?
No.
Okay.
So y'all are really like,
yeah.
you really joined into this,
Together.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
having any background into it.
Well, I had a couple of threesomes before I met her, but I had no idea about
I think
the
we've all
lifestyle.
had those threesomes.
Yeah. I had no idea about there was a whole community
level
behind it.
where
You know
it
what I'm
could go,
saying?
yeah.
I didn't know how deep it went. But yeah, and even when we started talking about it together, we didn't know how deep it went. We just,
Right.
we started off like discussing our fantasies, and one of the fantasies that came up was just like me, her, and her being with another dude. So I wound up buying her a dildo, like 11-inch black dildo.
Damn, 11?
Ended up
Mr.
being
Chocolate.
Mr. Chocolate.
Hey, it's
Note-
crazy. 'Cause
note that.
I know, Mr. Chocolate. We have one too that's fucking massive.
Yeah.
Jerome.
And he has a name too, Jerome.
That's his name.
Does he have Jerry curls and all that?
Mr. Chocolate. Okay. Hey, you missed something.
Oh, what's in your cup?
What's in my cup? Come
What's
on.
in our cups? I guess we're all drinking the same thing right now. We always hit on what we're drinking. We're drinking mimosa.
Right now we got mimosas because it's a little early.
It's a little
but
early,
we
yeah.
may be they've been partying for a what
So they're probably, mimosa's probably a good thing to
mimosas
come
is
down
it for them. You
on.
know what I'm saying? But we'll transition afterwards. Okay, so what's the name? Milk chocolate or sexual
Mr.
chocolate?
Chocolate.
Mr. Chocolate.
You gotta put the Mr. in front of it.
Mr. Chocolate.
Put some
Okay.
respect on it.
Literally.
So we got Mr. Chocolate.
So yeah, we started playing with that, and like we'll put it against the bed frame, and I'll be
against
hitting
on the wall or
or
something.
something like it'll stick, and then I'll be hitting it from the back like she'll be sucking it, and it just was like a turn on for like
Yeah.
both of us. It just turned into like, okay, maybe we should try this one day.
Okay.
So this was like over some months. Like I think we might have started talking about it like in January, and then we actually got the lifestyle in August. So we had a lot of discussions
Of that year, but what year was that? That was
2021. Yeah.
Okay.
2021.
Also, y'all are new.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So how did you get to that point? Because, just from experience, a black guy growing up in the city, I never had these visions of my wife or my girlfriend fucking somebody else, right? I mean, I saw the porn, I saw it growing up, and I just knew it was fake. I can't tell you what happened, how I got to that point, but maybe how did you get to that point of being just, monogamous? It was regular. This is what we do. To then, Mr. Chocolate.
You want me to answer?
Sure.
It took a lot of discussion. Like I said, we started in January and actually started in interacting with other people in August. So it took a lot of multiple discussions. Like we were against it at first and just kind of eased into it, I guess you can say. But
Not really.
well,
but yeah.
when we decided
That really is, it just happened.
when we decided to do it in August, we started with a gangbang. So I wouldn't call
So I wouldn't call it
I wouldn't
easy.
I wouldn't
Okay.
I wouldn't
Wait,
call
how
that
did
easy.
that even come? Wait, hold on.
Wait.
So let me back up.
Yeah, you gotta give us that.
Let me back up a little bit. So it's that, of course, it started off with Mr. Chocolate, but we also was on the spiritual.
Mr. Chocolate again,
Yeah.
baby.
Right.
We also was on the spiritual journey at the same time. So
Okay.
I think a lot of this, the lifestyle, you gotta let go of religion. And we were at that point, we was letting go of religion, everything we was taught about monogamy. And then for me personally, like I do a lot of research on like ancient cultures from all over the world. And then like the one theme with like some of these ancient cultures is like polygamy has been there from the beginning. Like this monogamy stuff is like very new. Like,
Okay.
you know, considering like considering how long people have been around, like polygamy was the start. Even the Bible tells you be fruitful and multiply. Like, and that wasn't just through monogamy. The best way of nation building and building your family is through polygamy. You know? So I started doing some research on that and also doing some research on ancient religions. And it's like, this stuff been going on for thousands of years. Like, this is not new. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
not just us coming
right,
out.
like, yeah, it's not new under the sun. So I had to get to that point. It's like, all the stuff we're taught right now is essentially wrong. You know? So
So
that helped me
say
make a decision to getting over the point.
Okay.
And
my
then,
immediate family is like my mom and dad are not like that.
But the
my-
rest of his family,
my
they have
grandmother
multiple wives.
okay.
and my
Yeah.
dad, like my grandfather has he has 24 total kids, with I believe 4 wives.
That kind of like knew
Yeah,
about each other,
I
right?
mean, there was no like hiding or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
this is what it like. We were a
That's-
family, we're all together. Now,
that's beautiful.
obviously, some of them started early, but in his life. But then once it was what it was, we're all together. You know, and my uncles are like that. I have uncles with
Now,
tons
yeah.
and tons of kids who are still like that. So
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I saw that. That's not the reason that I'm in this, right? I mean, I still, even as I was growing up, I was like, you know, it didn't faze me. That wasn't something I wanted to do. Monogamy was the way for me until a light switch hit. I don't know what the fuck happened, but yeah. So, and they say the same thing, that, you know, this is not new. Shit, this has been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Monogamy is
thousands of
not
years.
normal.
Thousands of years. They got old statue paintings of people having threesomes and having orgies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
from BC. You know,
Yeah.
thousands of years old.
Yeah.
So that's something that helped me make this decision. I was like, once you get away from everything we taught these days, like you got to be monogamous, you got to get married, you got to like everybody got to live their life a certain way. This is the right way.
Yeah.
And it's like there's multiple different beliefs, there's multiple different ways of doing something. So who is to say this
Who's
person
to
is
say you're
wrong
wrong or
and this
right?
other person
Yeah.
is wrong?
100%.
I feel like if you're talking from that perspective of this person is wrong, like there's a lot of ignorance involved there because you're not taking account to other people's beliefs and cultures.
Yeah.
Like people do
Right.
things differently all over the world.
Right.
So you can't just say I'm right.
And our thing is, this is our house. Whatever y'all do in your house, when you go out with your family, with your kids, have at
Yeah.
it. More power to you. Even though I may not agree with it, more power to you.
Right.
But I'm going to live my life in my house. We're going to run our house how we want to run it. It's like the same as people always say, how could you do that? Like, how could you even let somebody have sex with your wife? Like, how do I like chicken and how do you not like chicken? How do I like, grapes and you don't? It's all alike it. So whatever you like, you do, as long as she's happy, you're happy. Can't nobody say shit about it. So that's like my easy answer to anybody who has anything to say about it, who want to bring in
Really the only
beliefs and stuff. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's for us too. Like we feel like once we made that conscious decision, it wasn't. You had to think
We're
about
not
all of
hiding
that. Okay, like what if your family finds out? What if your family
Right.
sees you? What if
Yeah.
your mom sees you sucking dick on,
All right.
Yeah.
on
Two dicks.
her iPhone? You know what I mean? That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Not just one.
Right.
Not just yours.
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna get back to that. Hold on.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get
Not
back to that.
forget.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have to make that decision, and also it's just like I feel like so many people live according to what somebody else says that they should live versus
Right.
actually living life the way they want to live it. And it's
Right.
just like, okay, and then you're
And
50 and
that's-
60 with
right.
regrets because you didn't get to live
Exactly.
these things
Yep.
out.
Yep.
And we don't want to live that kind of life.
Yeah.
So,
Or
I
be
love
in a marriage that
Right.
you're that you don't,
unhappy
unhappy.
with.
Yeah.
You're unhappy.
Right.
You're not having sex, or you just want to have more sex.
Right.
Whatever it is,
but we also feel like we came to the point, for me, it was more so having the full trust. Like I was married before him
I was about to say that
for
too.
12 years
Okay.
in a very like horrible relationship, divorce, kids, they stay with him. But so getting with him, it was just like I didn't have that trust really. Like my relationship was horrible. Like all men has to be this horrible way. So for me, it was like even the fact that having threesome is like, okay, you hear horror stories about it. So I was just like, I don't think I could ever do that. But like after our relationship got to a certain point to where I fully trusted him and everything was open, and then addressed with the same situation or threesome or whatever it is, it's like, okay, like I trust you. I trust that our relationship, it is already so great. So at the end of the day, like this is something that we'll be adding with each other. To make things spice it up a little bit.
Right.
Like
A lot of people don't get that it's all about trust.
I was going to say, that's the start of
Yeah,
the lifestyle.
you can't just jump into this because it's something that you want to do and you want to do. If y'all don't trust each other, it goes nowhere.
Right. The insecurities kick in and
the
all of that.
insecurities kick in.
Right.
I didn't want to bring this up, but somebody messaged me, a friend of mine messaged, and we were talking about this, and her whole thing was just about trusting and how could you do that? And my man, what I got from her is that she's just been fucked over for years.
Yeah, and that's
She's been
exactly
fucked over
what
for
it
years,
is.
and she's insecure. It's not bad to be insecure. She's insecure
For a reason,
rightfully because she's been fucked over. But in my situation, it works because there are no insecurities. Like we can literally talk about any and everything,
Exactly.
and because of that, we're good.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
you'll
how
never
it is.
really have a real relationship if it's a bunch of insecurities in the first place.
Yeah.
But whether
But I
you're not
think-
in a lifestyle or
Right,
you
yeah,
are.
Just
in
a
life-
regular
yeah.
vanilla relationship.
But I was
Exactly.
about to say that too. It comes like a certain level of maturity, like within the couple, and that's what we've been seeing. Like for most couples we meet, they've been together for a long time, or they have this. You got to have a certain level of chemistry. You got to have the maturity. You got to get rid of insecurities. You got to have great communication. Like all of that is a part of it. And then when people ask you why you're in a lifestyle, especially as a man, like how could you let a man fuck your wife? It's usually based off some type of insecurity.
Yeah,
Even when I
they
talk
don't talk
about,
about.
even when I talked about my partner about it, when I first told him, like, you'll let a man fuck your wife. Like, what if he fuck her better? Like, what if she enjoys that more? Or what if that's insecurity speaking?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, that's not talking from.
And all guys are insecure about that.
Right.
That's what we care about.
But they never
How big is our
admit it,
dick?
though. Right.
And
Right.
are we putting her the best?
Yeah, what if their dick is bigger than yours, and what if she's enjoying it? First of all, I want their dick to be bigger than her mine, and I want her to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So
the
it's
whole
like,
point of this.
because it's a fantasy, and I know at the end of the day, when we have like nobody is coming between that. I think you got to reach that point, that level of trust,
Right.
and just like security. Like I know we love each other no matter what.
Yep.
It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you let go of that stuff, it's like okay, let's have fun at this point.
Yeah.
Because I'm not insecure about anything. Like I want, like I'm gonna be really wrong coaching you.
Right.
Like yeah, deep go the dick.
Right.
Come
More.
on, come on,
I'm right here, like, baby, don't stop. Don't keep
like
going.
come on that dick,
Keep
come on that dick
going.
again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be your coach because I want to see you fully satisfied, even if it's not me. And it takes a certain level. Like I said, you got to get past the insecurities to get to that.
Yeah.
point. And I know at the end of the day, we gonna fuck right after. Like, it's kind of like you got to reclaim the pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That reclaim. Nothing
That's the
beats
best part of
nothing
it.
beats
Yeah.
it is the best part. It
the
is.
sex after like a session, especially if it's recorded, you go back and watch it. That'd be some of the best.
Yeah.
sex.
It's the
Yeah.
best
It
every
is.
single time. She never watches it. Never. She has never
never?
seen anything
I don't
ever.
watch anything that we do. I never watch.
Oh
She never
really?
watches-
Interesting.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah,
it.
I watch all.
I'd rather watch that than porn.
Right. That is not porn. Not porn is the best
Oh,
porn.
Yeah,
but,
save
you know.
that because we're talking about that later too for the question. So you were talking about
Gang bang.
Let's skip past that part.
okay, gang
Gang
bang.
bang.
So how do we go
Wait,
from sex
Yeah,
to chocolate?
I want that in between story from Mr. Chocolate
Gang bang.
to gang bang.
Well, we just started going through our fantasies and
How
then
did
like
you set it up and like where'd you find the people and all that?
Twitter. Most people on Twitter. Right?
Really?
And SDC too, I
SDC?
think. SDC.
Okay,
maybe.
SEC and Twitter. It was a
Okay,
mix.
so
It was a mix, but
I mean it.
yeah, we both just talk about our fantasy, and that's one of the fantasies that match. Like I want to see her. We actually want to do it again, but it's like her surrounded by a bunch of dudes and just getting like giving head and just being dominated.
And
But all-
preferably a face full in it.
Yeah, and that's the biggest part. Like we both have cum fetish. I love coming on our face, coming on other women's face.
That
I love-
bukkake.
Yeah.
I would prefer.
That's always my favorite part. Like even the threesome last night, like I said, I was a bystander most of the time, but I nutted on two beautiful women's face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
always my my highlight
Your thing.
of whatever.
Yeah.
So the same for her. Like I would love to see her face covered in nut. Like if it's like multiple dudes, that type of style is like a turn on. So anyway, we met people off SEC and we met them on Twitter, and then we rented out an Airbnb. So we become like pornologists at this point.
Yeah, so-
when we pick an Airbnb, it was like, okay, this has
I'm
a
always
nice open
scrolling,
space.
Yeah.
Like this has a
Oh, that
leather couch.
couch.
We don't have to worry about messing
Yeah.
that couch up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we planned everything out when we were looking at the
Right.
place. So we went out this nice Airbnb in downtown Houston. Like it was lit. And then we invited everybody over. And then we actually, the only thing is we got her sister to record because the sister was kind of in the lifestyle before us.
Wait, her assistant or her sister?
Sister.
Okay,
Yeah, you
I
heard right.
thought, okay.
Right.
So her sister.
Yeah, they're not super close, but she was in a lifestyle previously, and and she was
Okay.
So it was like, okay, why don't you just
Okay.
record for
So
us?
she's not a vanilla sister.
No.
Because there's no way that I can
No.
just, hey, bro, I need you to hold the camera.
Record this.
She already had been doing stuff.
Yeah.
So it was
Okay.
like, okay, you can just record. But it wound up being like one of the guys we invited over, she had a history with him. So it wound up being drama like
The sister.
The sister.
Yeah. Okay.
So it wound up being like drama between them two.
The
during
third
the
party
thing.
fucked up the
Yeah,
gangbang?
Come on. He kind of had to end up leaving.
Well, it wasn't his fault. It was
She was
my
threatening.
sister's fault.
She was threatening to tell his
I'll tell your
girlfriend.
girl
Like,
and all this other
I'm gonna tell your girlfriend you're here.
Yeah. Even
It
though
was
she
like-
had a boyfriend and he didn't know.
Either.
Anyway, yeah, she.
That's
was-
a whole nother
She was salty.
Yeah.
episode.
And then besides the drama, you're supposed to be recording. So we
And
go
we're
back.
paying you to record.
We're paying you to
Not for
record.
free.
We
just
paid her
gotta
to record.
Yeah, so
the camera.
this is our paid job.
Right,
Do your thing.
so not only you fuck up the vibe and make him leave, and he was actually like one of the
Cool.
people that could have.
Well, he was the most like experienced with
Experienced
it.
person,
So
yeah.
I like
He-
people
he
who are
actually shoot
verbal
porn.
and like
yeah,
like
he
that.
actually shoot porn shoots and all that. Like he was the most experienced one there. So it would have been cool if he would have stayed. But anyway, she went. Not only did you run him away, but like you supposed to be filming, we paid you to film, and we go back and look in the camera, and then you focusing on him sometimes, or you like she was
No.
getting
Yeah,
horrible
because she wanted to
angles.
see him have
Ja-
sex with me, so that she can tell his girl.
Get the.
Yeah,
So I didn't know that part though.
yeah, and that's why he was
So
telling her that he didn't.
when how did they when you guys all arrived? She was like, "Oh, I know him." Or
He came in late, so he wasn't there yet. So when she already started recording, like he walked in,
And she was just like,
and
what
then
the
she
fuck?
was like, yeah, and then so she started making it an issue. So so it ain't like.
Besides that, it was cool.
Yeah.
how many
We-
other
we-
guys were there besides?
4 other.
It was three.
3 other.
And
Well,
then-
we
it was
invited
up 4.
5, 4 came,
Yeah.
and then he
And he
left, so it ended
left.
up 3.
So
So
4
he
guys
left
and
right
you.
away.
No, he got some action.
You got some? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got some.
like head, but
Just
that
head.
was
Yeah.
4 guys and you. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, so it ended up with 3. It still wound up being cool.
So this was the first experience after Mr. Chocolate.
yeah, first experience.
Crazy.
The lifestyle. Just
Damn.
Crazy.
first.
So once we made the decision,
After
like,
that, you could do it.
You can do anything at that point. Anything.
right, we comfortable. We was completely comfortable in our
Yeah.
decision. at that point.
Yeah.
What were you? How were you like after that experience though? So
Yeah.
like
It was so that
first
was my
you,
first- that
and then
my
what was
first
that
time seeing
conversation
her
like?
obviously getting fucked by other dudes. Yeah, multiple dudes. So I'm like, I don't know. At the beginning, like you never really know how exactly you're gonna feel until it happened. Like I had like, okay, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. At the beginning, it did kind of make me a little bit bothered, but just at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then it started getting to like, man, that's really a turn on. Like, look
Yeah.
at her be nasty, you know. So it turned from that point, it's just a turn on. It's been like that ever since.
Man,
Very
saying?
cool. I want to do a gangbang.
what you say it like you've never.
I know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been a long
Okay,
time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're saying it like as if you've
It's
never.
been like,
2 Christmases. Well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's schedule that.
Yeah, we actually going to Atlanta. I'm trying to set one up, but it's actually one of the hardest things to do for some reason. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to find a single guy or a single woman, or even couples. It might be a little bit harder, but to find, especially since we want to record, and a lot of people don't be about
That's
the
the
recording.
part
recording
there
part
is
is
the
the part-
recording part.
you
That's
can
the
find
hard
people.
part.
Yeah, it's-
There's always people who say, and hold on. There's other
Yeah.
people who say what they want to do and say what they will do.
Right.
Then they really can't.
Yeah. and-
Because she rolled her eyes. I'm telling it's so many people that I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and get there and just
Nothing.
gummy worm. Literally,
Yeah.
gummy worm.
Yeah.
Like
Gummy
you
worm.
may as well just go sit in the corner. Like I mean, because for one, you're not gonna sit here and enjoy this, unless you're in our group, our circle, because it does happen in lifestyle. 100% it does. But for that person that talked up a big ass game,
Yeah.
I'm expecting that big
The
ass
big game. Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah, I'm expecting that big ass game.
Yeah.
So you can't come with gummy worm.
Well, plus, like for us, we prefer not using condoms if we can, and so we require you get tested
Yeah.
this week
Mhm.
and
You
all
do all the background
all the
stuff.
stuff
Yeah.
that seems like it's a
her
reasonable
up,
thing
yeah.
to ask for.
Yeah.
And then and a lot of times they're I got tested 2 months. Like no, what
We
part of this
actually, we
don't you
actually test
understand?
within the last
Within
2
this
weeks.
week.
It's 2
Preferably
weeks.
within this week, but within the last 2 weeks we'll take. And we telling you this all before.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
the
tell you this at
standard.
beginning. And then when
Right.
they be bullshit, it gets to the end. Well, I don't have my test. Well, okay. Well,
Oh,
then
but
you
I'm
not-
clean. I know I'm clean.
I know I'm
take
clean.
your word
Like,
for
we're not
it.
gonna take your
Yeah.
word for that shit.
Like,
No.
Do you think we go? Motherfuckers will lie.
Right.
They will do
Yeah.
anything to get a
Anything.
piece of pussy. I'm telling you, they will do
Right.
anything.
Right.
Anything. So do you
Well,
think?
especially when they know you're throwing it back, like
Right.
Yeah.
you're doing what you're doing.
They
Yeah.
know who's there, man. The DMs we get are
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
So we
same.
ain't trusting anybody
Same.
saying
Yeah.
I'm clean.
I want to suck a
Right.
fart out your butt and shit. They be saying. They say anything.
Listen, they say some wild,
Yeah.
some shit. I just never thought that. Like you can say that shit internally, like
What's-
in your mind.
What's the
Yeah.
craziest DM like you guys have gotten?
I don't know. Some dude was offering to pay like over $1,000 or something. It was like this older white dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was like, let me take you on a date. I'll pay
Yeah,
like
I just want to.
Like somebody that never DM'd you before?
Yeah, never DM,
Yeah.
never DM before.
No, yeah.
And then he wanted to like me be his like on the phone girlfriend and 5,000 like a month or something. It was something
It was
ridiculous.
something like that. Yeah, I forgot what it was.
We think we had something
What-
similar
what's the
to
craziest one
that.
you opened?
Somebody is. He's talked about like 5,000, and then I'm like, I'm logical. I'm like, listen, bro.
Tell me what you really.
Like $5,000 for some pussy. I mean, like that just doesn't mathematically make sense.
Yeah.
So, but no, he's like dead on. He's trying to send it, and at that point, I'm like, no. But still, that's crazy. Somebody
Yeah.
to send that, and how you said, somebody I want to sniff your farts. People are like,
Yeah, people got some different fetishes.
I want
To
you
each his
to
own.
hurt
Everybody got
Yeah,
their
yeah,
own
yeah.
fetish.
You can judge them.
See, I am not
But-
judging. Whatever nasty shit you're into, I am not to judge.
To each his own.
To each his own.
We just said she want a face full of nuts. We didn't even look at it.
Exactly,
You know, so-
exactly. So whatever your kink is your kink, and there's no problem with your kink. It can be a little funny sometimes. That's just all I'm saying. Yeah, so because we've had people say, I want you to fart into my mouth.
Yeah, right.
You know, just like human centipede type shit. Attach and just let it go.
Babe, I will throw up.
I'm sorry. I still-
I really will throw up.
like I filter through that shit. I'm the one that has to see that,
And record it. No, I'm just kidding.
right?
Babe, that's disgusting.
I'm
I
sorry.
cannot even imagine.
All right, so we got to Mr. Chocolate. We
Yeah.
we
got to gangbang.
and then we gangbang. So, and you were saying how you just enjoy to like watch. So you participate as well. But what is you guys' lifestyle
Dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Of course, like watching versus.
So we are what are we? I'm gonna ask you. What are we?
Dom sub.
There you go. Dom sub,
Yeah.
naturally Dom sub.
Yeah, naturally.
Not like you're gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. So meaning like in our lifestyle, I kind of run everything. But for those who don't know, the submissive
I like
is honestly the one who has the most power, because the role of the Dom is to make sure that your submissive is taken care of. So she has her things that she likes. My role is to make sure that she gets everything that she likes in and out of the bedroom. But what I say is what I say. But you guys could be a stag
Yeah.
and a hot wife where you just prefer to watch your wife, and then sometimes you may join in, or you guys are just fucking. We swingers, we full swap swingers.
Yeah,
we
we-
fucking
we that.
fuck out.
We're more full swap. Go for like.
Besides,
free
I'm
for
not like I don't know terminology.
It's all good.
I don't
No,
either.
chill.
They got so many
I just
different
know
names.
Dom sub.
She know what she
I'd be
is.
like, babe,
I'm like, what, y'all be telling him, like, what does this mean?
Yeah, some of them have to Google it.
yeah. I don't know a lot of the terminology either.
I know.
But
So
we're definitely swingers. We do
Full
couple
swap.
We do
full
threesomes,
swap swingers, both
foursomes,
fucking.
whatever.
Souls, like,
Yeah.
So mainly, what do you guys get? Couples or
We've
singles?
had more threesomes, either with women or
men.
Or men.
Oh,
But
we're
we're catching
single.
up.
It's pretty even as far as like women and men.
Really,
Well, we're
really.
catching up with
Really?
couples because we've had like
Well,
a
three.
couple
But
now.
we have way more threesomes than that.
Yeah, that's
I've had like 8 threesomes, and you've had like close to like the same with men.
Hold on. I've had 8 threesomes and you've had 8 threesomes.
So you play
What-
solo?
Well,
what-
we're saying like
We're
with
catching up.
men versus women.
With women,
So when he
yeah.
say
Okay.
with me,
Okay.
that's just with
Okay.
women.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
he's
yeah.
completely straight. So
Okay,
he's
okay.
like, if generally,
If it's
obviously-
a woman, yeah, it's more for me.
it's more so for him.
Yes.
It's a dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are finding these ladies on STC.
We was hot on Tinder for
Yeah.
a minute, but until we got kicked off.
So I don't know, like, why did you get kicked off? Because you don't know?
We think
or-
it was from someone that
Yeah, we think it was
No,
for somebody
your
who
sister,
was.
maybe?
No.
It was one of the girls
Somebody
we was
else.
dating, and it kind of went sour after.
Dating?
you
Okay,
guys
wait, hold on.
So we
on.
were at a point in the time that we would consider being in a polygamous relationship.
Polygamous. Okay.
And we wanted to be in a couple. And we started dating women. And she was one of the ones we dated. But like somewhere along the line, and especially after this experience, like we decided like that's not the best thing for us because she was trying to get attached like super early. Like we linked up that first night. We had a great night together. Like it was like probably one of our nastiest sessions. Like the attraction and the vibes, everything was there. It was cool.
Let's go.
So it's like after that, we expected to, all right, it's gonna be cool for now. But she wanting to move in. She's trying to be with us like right now. And it's like, it's,
well,
it wound up being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not normal, and it wound up being weird. And then it was like, we felt like she was lying about her daily life. Like, we don't even know what you really do for work. You know, it was like, you say you at work, and then you also seem like you're not at work.
Go back to trust.
Yeah.
I
so
don't trust
like,
you. We can't fuck with you.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, like, I feel like we were so deeply connected to find a third person that can come in and match that energy, like, consistently. I feel like that would be super difficult to find.
Yeah.
Like, even though I love the idea of polygamy in a throuple, and I love, like, just what it represents as far as, like I said, nation building, and, like, children were originally, like, your first wealth.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about all the money stuff we got right now? Like, like you said, your grandfather got 24 children.
Yeah.
That's wealth. That's real wealth. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, I love, like, all that is beautiful. But at the same time, it's like, we so connected, and I feel like anybody else come in on any type of, like, energy level that's lower, it's like, it's not beneficial at that point.
Right.
I think the energy level would be hard to match ours, right? I mean, it's not something that I've thought of as I've wanted to do, but I mean, sexually, yes. But to be able to be there emotionally, because I mean, she requires a lot, and not in a bad way.
You
but
say that in every.
You do,
thing.
but because of our dynamic, like my role is to make sure that she is good in every fucking aspect.
And that's how it is with us too, because like I'm like a lot to deal with, so it's just like all the things that I want, I like cuddle in, I like.
So you've always known this.
I'm talking about like when it comes to like emotionally, like how much that I need from a man in general.
Attention.
So if I wasn't,
so you're not typically difficult to deal with at
not
all.
difficult to deal with. Like we have problems with each other, but like difficult as in like
you require a lot of my attention.
Your time and attention.
You do.
Yeah.
It's to the point where we sleep together every night, of course. But if I'm up in the middle of the night and I want to go downstairs, like she will hunt me down.
Yeah.
Like she will notice I'm not there.
She doesn't play that
it's like,
shit.
It's like, she's like, why did you leave me? I'm
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I just watch some TV.
No, yeah.
It's like, nah, why did you leave me? I'm
Like you cannot sleep without me.
I'm like, babe, it's time to go to bed. Let's go to sleep.
Yeah, let's go to sleep. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
If I
sleeping.
wake up and he's still like on like the phone or whatever, I'm like, go to bed with me right now.
So I used to travel for work, and she would do the same thing. So I'd
Yeah.
be done. We'd be on FaceTime. She's like, "Okay, let's go to bed. I'm
Night,
going to
night.
bed. I'm
And I
going
was
to bed."
like, are
I'm
you
like,
sleeping?
I don't want to
That's
go
my
to
fucking
bed.
answer.
Yeah, I don't want to go to bed. What the fuck?
Children, do they know about the lifestyle? How old are they? Is it?
No, we have 2 kids together.
Okay.
But they're 2 and 1, so no.
Oh,
they
okay.
Oh, they don't know shit.
don't. No. My kids, they're old enough to know. My oldest is 16.
Okay.
But if
Do they know?
No, they don't know.
They don't know. Okay, so
What's the conversation look like?
yeah,
What happens?
you have like a game plan, like
Not really, because they live with their dad right now. So it's like, it's something I don't really necessarily think about. But if it were to happen, it would be the same as it would be to our kids. Like the fact that there's other ways of doing things, like we choose to be or live this lifestyle, and we are also would like to like open the opportunity for our kids to live whatever type of lifestyle that
Yes,
they choose.
exactly.
And it's just like, even if say if your son comes and like, oh, I want to date both of these girls at the same time, okay, go right ahead. Like they'll know like there's differences.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
right. It's not just this one way that
Right.
you've been seeing or taught.
Right.
Exactly.
There's multiple different ways. of doing
Right.
things.
So,
And,
yeah, just being open though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's key. And I feel like even at a younger age, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, okay, now you're 20 and I'm going to tell you. Because you know, like a lot of stuff when we were younger growing up,
Oh,
they
we
never
didn't
told
find
us
out
anything.
till we were older,
We
yeah.
never had that conversation.
Yeah, until you
Never
were old
had a
enough to
conversation.
know, like,
You just saw it,
Right.
saw what you thought you saw, and that was
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So it's different.
that's why a lot of dysfunction comes in that too.
Yeah.
Because like we should be passing that down. Like our father should be
Right.
passing that down to his son and to the daughter, like giving them the game.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, oh, certain conversations are taboo. Like we should,
Right.
at a certain age, we should.
Everything's open, yeah.
If we're mature enough, we should be able to talk about anything.
Right.
I feel like we're like that with our kids. Like,
Yeah, we're like that. I mean, we are letting them do what they do what society does, but at the same time, if that comes up, that's the same thing. It's just different ways. It's different ways of doing things, right?
Yeah.
You guys, you have the autonomy to do it however you want to do it, right? Just as long as you treat parties
fairly.
fairly.
Yeah.
You know, treat them well. You're not fucking anybody over, you're not lying to anybody. So I'm glad to hear that you guys have that sort of, answer to that, because a lot of vanilla people ask the same question.
Right.
How are you going to tell your kids? I had somebody who just said, she posted something about having an OnlyFans about it. She said she don't want to, her body's not built for OnlyFans. And I responded and said, you have no clue. You have no clue.
Yeah, all different type of.
Yeah, but then her response was, but then my son, what do I tell my son who's no longer proud of me? For having,
Why would he not be proud of
because
her?
she has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know. Right.
that's where the education comes in at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's different experiences. Say like we were in that instance. So if we were in the lifestyle and we just put up, oh, okay, well, no, you need to live like this, or try to hold these fronts to the way the society tells them they should do, but they're actually living a completely life behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It really creates that disconnect, because then now if your kid feeling some type of way, they don't feel like they can go to you and talk about those things. So it's like nobody else is saying it, nobody else like it's feeling this based off of their perception.
Yeah.
So I feel like it always should be like more open, like, okay.
It should always be open.
And then, because like you're not wrong for expressing that side of you. Like it's almost
Sexual
like,
side.
oh yeah,
especially as a woman,
yeah,
it's like so suppressed, and it's like
yeah.
in the
Because
society.
it's so suppressed when people are talking about women's body counts. I was just on another podcast and they were talking about body counts. If she has
Like that
a
matters.
high body count, then
Yeah, like, what does that-
How does it? How does
You
it?
would never know.
How does it?
Right,
Really?
like,
First of all, you would never know that.
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
So what, you're
That's-
gonna tell
that's
me
a-
you're not
that's-
gonna fuck with this
That's
person?
the thought
because-
behind it, but at the end of the day,
Right.
a woman is better at keeping a secret more than anybody.
she
So,
lied the whole
so
time.
Right.
Your wife now
you would never know.
has probably fucked way
Right.
more people and done
Than
some
you
nasty
ever
shit that
thought.
you never even
Your wife sucked bad dick in high
Right?
school, bro.
Exactly.
You just don't
She
know
just
about
ain't
it.
telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that value shit doesn't matter. And value is what you value versus what you value.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody.
You
Somebody
can't
else
tell
should-
me my
somebody-
value.
Yeah.
You can't. I like my BMW. You may not like it. And I like my old school BMW. You may not like it, but it has value to me.
Yeah, you can
That's
tell
what
me about
matters
it.
to me. So you can't
Right.
tell me. Just like I like my chicken. You may not. You can't tell me. So it just like you said, it's all perspective.
Right.
Everything that we do is all perspective. I could never do this. Well, in yours, you've
That's
never
you.
done it before.
Yeah.
You have no clue what it's like.
I think.
But even if you could never, you're not us. So we
Right.
could do
I
something
think
that you may
that's
not
the
be able
main
to
thing.
do.
Yeah.
I think it's the main thing. People just minding their business at the end of the day, because like everybody could do
Yeah.
things.
Period.
Yeah, everybody could do what they want to do. Like I don't care. Like I don't agree with people who are like gay black dudes. I don't necessarily agree with you. But you go in and you doing stuff in your space, do what you do.
Yeah.
As long as
Like,
you're not
I'm
harming
saying,
anybody,
you know,
yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with people who do like love feet, you know. But if that's what you're into,
Yeah.
go ahead and do
That's
it.
your thing.
It's like everybody got to be in their lane, and then like nobody should be, oh, I'm right or my way is better. Everybody does things differently,
Yeah.
and if
Stay
people have
in
to look
your
at it from that
house.
perspective,
Stay in
yeah.
your house,
Goes
yeah.
back. Stay in
Right.
your house.
Yeah.
About any and everything. Stay in your house unless somebody's getting hurt. Kids are getting harmed, your wife, your husband's getting physically harmed or whatnot, but outside of that, stay in your fucking house.
Right.
You've got nothing to say. You can't tell me. You're not in my house. You don't know the conversations that we've had.
Right.
It's
You
like
know
you
the
don't
connection
know how
that we
you
have.
guys have been
Yeah.
talking for years, you know, about how you want to do it, how we've been talking. I'm fucking around, we talk about, hey, I want to have this one. I mean, we talk about this shit all the time, mid-stroke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That nobody knows about.
Right.
So you don't
Like,
know.
I wanted this. I asked
Exactly.
this. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people may think, oh, submissive. Oh, that,
yeah, that I'm
What they
in
don't know is
control.
the women
Yeah.
lead the way.
Right.
The women
And
lead the
I
way.
led us into that relationship,
Yeah.
that part of it.
she look, oh,
She just, I know she just started the show, it ain't me.
Yeah.
She
That's
just
what I'm
started the
saying.
show. You know what I'm saying?
it ain't me.
People think like he brought me into this lifestyle. It's something that we came into together, and I think it was more.
It wasn't you.
I think
So-
that's the question your sister asked
Did she?
when you told her. So on the day after our wedding, we rented a yacht. This
Yeah.
was last August. We rented a yacht. We got married in Jamaica, so we rented a yacht, and some of my friends came. His close family came, and he ended up telling his sister that we're in a lifestyle
Okay.
on the boat
Randomly,
while he was
because I
drunk.
was
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
clearly
yeah.
how it
Right.
comes out.
And he comes over and like, don't be mad, but I told my sister that. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah,
She
I told my
changed
sister.
it anywhere else?
No, she actually was cool about it.
Yeah.
Because my sister, she's very, like, we grew up religious. Like, we grew up Catholic. And she's held on to some of that more than me. You know, she knows some of the some of the lies about it, but she still chooses to follow that religion. I don't follow it at all. I feel like most of it is lies. But so coming from that perspective, and she's always been so-called like a goody two shoes in our family. Like I was always the one getting in trouble and stuff. And like she would pretty much never do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like that dynamic. So I figured her to take it like be super shocking and like, you know, but she was actually cool about it. She was like, this is what you choose to do. Like she was, I felt like she had a level of maturity that I didn't know was there. Like even though she's my older sister, I'm mature in a lot of
does take
things.
maturity.
You know, it takes me. Like I feel like the age has nothing to do with maturity in a lot of senses. So anyway, she was more mature about that, you know, than I was expecting, and she was cool about it. So.
Yeah, she said that it wasn't something that she would do, but she respect
Other people's decisions. That's all
all.
that's all it actually got to be.
Yeah.
That's all
It ain't
that-
for me, but if you're doing it, have all your fun.
Do you
know?
feel
happy,
like
she happy.
during like conversations with just like regular friends that like, do you talk about it if it comes up? Do you like kind of hide it? Like I feel like we used to like go around it a lot, but now it's just like if somebody mentions something, I'm like, oh, I know about it. Like ask me or something like that. Like I don't hide it
Initially,
anymore. Like
it was
yeah,
about making, for one, it was a couple
making
things.
people comfortable.
Making people comfortable.
But like that's a comfortable conversation for me. So like I kind of
so
like,
no, we don't hide it.
yeah.
So my close friends, they all know.
My friends.
Okay.
His friends know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's something because we're like, okay, we may be all out, and we gotta hide who we are
Right.
to make you
Exactly.
feel comfortable, but you're not hiding who you
Who
are
you
to
are.
make me feel
Exactly.
comfortable. So it was
Yeah.
just like no, like we like I said, we had
It's
conversation. We're like, yeah, if anybody asks, like I won't necessarily say my mom, who's a staunch Pentecostal, like from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet,
Or you gotta wear skirts and shorts. Or you gotta wear long dresses.
Yeah,
so
she's
super religious.
super religious. So I wouldn't necessarily come out and tell her,
Right.
but if the conversation come up, I would not hide it at all.
Okay, yeah.
And so the same with his mom. Like he wouldn't necessarily don't want to just come out and say it, but he'll say it. But like everybody else that we're conversations with, my cousin who was like my brother, like I told him, and he was like, well, like what do you like? How do you like it? Yeah, some of my coworkers.
Yeah.
But he was more so like because he was the only kind of man figure in my life that was like an older brother, kind of asked questions like, "You sure you happy? Like you good? Like certain stuff like that." So he just like asked me like, "Do you like? Are you making this decision consciously for yourself?"
For you
So
or
about
for
Junior?
Yeah.
Junior actually?
Yeah. Or is it like something that you're just doing to make him happy?
Happy, uh-huh.
And I'm like,
That's-
no,
that's
like
They
more
always
back to-
think
yeah.
it's for
Yeah.
us.
They always think it's for the men, which it's
right.
I'm sorry,
probably
that-
the women
I'm sorry,
more.
your lady
Right.
isn't like that.
Right.
You know, she's not open enough to be able to do that because, like you said,
What about
she's
yeah?
done something.
Right.
I've been to college. I know a lot of wonderful wives now.
Right.
Wonderful wives.
That
Another
were like
mission.
on their knees, like waiting
Right.
for your comb to come in their
In the
face. Like,
center of the circle with all of us around her, right?
Right.
And I'm sure her husband has no clue about it.
Exactly.
But it's because they can't be honest about it.
they don't have that
It's-
connection
right.
where
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
openly
Yeah.
express.
So a lot of times,
And that's the issue. Women should be
Yeah.
able to be sexually expressive and be able to talk
Right.
about it too. To like,
Especially with
why-
their husbands.
Yeah.
That's the person.
Yeah.
That's who you
That's
should be
your
open and
person.
real
Like,
with.
that should be the one person.
I've
But
had-
then it comes back on us.
Yeah.
We as men
Have to
especially
open
black
that up,
men,
yeah.
have to be able to open
Right.
that
Yeah,
up.
they
So
know
about
you're not ready for that conversation.
They're not ready.
You're not ready.
Not
But
as
I've also had a bunch of conversations with different people, especially women that I work with and everything. Like you wouldn't know based off looking at them that a lot of their fantasies is to have sex with multiple dudes or to some like women. So I want to have a threesome, but nah, he would never be okay with it. So they don't even express it.
I think you have a skewed role because the whole time I've been thinking about telling you this. You know how I tell you how I know the freaks? Who are the freaks that I've told you? The two. Teachers
Oh,
Nurses.
yeah.
and nurses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They are the
Facts.
freakiest.
Well, nurses are number
The,
one.
yeah, nurses are number one. But
Facts.
the freakiest. So I'm not shocked.
I don't know why,
I'm not
but it's
shocked that
facts.
your
Yeah.
coworkers are saying that they want to do. And I mean, I do not want to stereotype whatsoever, but I'm just saying from my experience.
Yeah,
From the women I've met, even not even done anything with, but just met, that teachers and nurses
Yeah,
are
for sure.
more
I
open.
could definitely confirm the nursing.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
I
he's
can confirm.
yeah.
Have you had any like backlash from any of it? Like
Negative?
you have expressed yourself about who you really are, and like people are like any confrontation there with friends or anything like that?
Yeah, like have people found out?
and not been okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, so a situation just happened recently at work where people somehow got on our Twitter page.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, random or not random, I don't know. But one of the people who work at the place that I'm at, inboxed me, and I'm like, is this really? I just didn't respond. But people are gossiping about it. On a forum I don't even work on.
And what?
On Twitter.
Yeah, saying they want.
With the picture of them and hey, what's up?
Okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
And then, they were gossiping on it on another floor I don't even work on. And they were like, oh, I don't see how she can do that. Pretty much oh, she should be fired for this. And
Yeah.
Why?
Do you think people should be fired for this?
Why?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
have sex with you, and you
right.
have sex with you.
And I have it on the internet.
And you're probably cheating on your wife and having
Right.
sex
Doing it
anyway.
anyway.
You
Anyway.
know, I think you should be fired for that, if anything.
Yeah, it's perception.
Yeah.
That's so. In some cases, I can understand because when you're in a certain sort of role, when you're at the face of a company, that can be tied to you. I understand that. I don't want it to happen, but I understand that. Hey, I'm the face of McDonald's. The face of McDonald's.
Something like that makes sense.
Yeah, it
But
kind of makes sense. Kind
But
of.
it still doesn't. It still should not be a
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah,
You
when
know,
I'm going
it makes
outside,
it-
she's
yeah.
happy, ain't nobody hurt. You know what I'm saying? I
As
got
long
you.
as-
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
I kind of get it because I'm still grown.
But these
My wife is
days,
still happy.
everybody feels like their face is on something. Oh, I'm so important
Right,
at my
everything
job.
in
And
their
it's
front.
but you're a
Man.
janitor.
Some of the couples.
Yeah, they be like,
so-
I have this fancy tattoo. It's like a kiss on your shoulder. Everyone has
Everybody
that.
has that. With the panther, with the crown.
we're really open. We don't care who knows, and then we freaks. We already know we super freaks. We embrace it. But some couples we talk to, or we start a group chat or whatever, they be like, well, I don't know if I want to be shown. I don't want to be seen, and it's automatically a turn off because it's you already know y'all not as freaky as us, and you even saying this.
Yeah,
So you even
Yeah.
saying this type of stuff, and then they be trying to act like they so important for their job or whatever the job may be. You know what I'm saying? You probably a janitor or somewhere talking about, I don't want to show my tattoo. Relax.
And just
even if you were, it's nobody is checking for you like that. Nobody is.
And if they are, what
nobody
I
is
would say, if they
they
come
are, they
across
freaks
you,
They freaks too.
they freaks too because
Right.
they're
If
looking
you
up
saw
this shit
anything
too,
I
right?
had, then
We
you were a
always
freak
say
too.
that.
And
I'm
then if
like,
you searched it up to do some
you
shit,
can't tell me
that just
shit.
means that you're a hater.
Right.
And you have to live with
The
that.
funny part about that is one of the girls who was talking about me on the job. They was like, oh, it's a shame because I did a video with my green scrub pants on, and it was like, oh, well, she has work school. Yeah, so why is she still here? But I scrolled back. Ended up deleting it, but I scrolled back to when she seen that. That was months ago.
Yeah.
So it's
So you had to
you
be-
scroll
you had to
through
be
all of that
stalking our
to find
page.
that
Listen,
one.
those people are the stalkers.
Right.
Like
Right.
for real. They will dive deep and they want to go back to the oldest
Right.
post they can
like
possibly
Find something to hate about.
They're
Find
looking
something
for
to hate
exactly.
Look at this shit here.
Right.
I'm gonna go back until I find it.
And her husband probably had our page open. That's
Probably how she found it.
It's never because people just don't wake up I'm gonna fuck this person over. Something happened, just like you said, her husband probably.
Or jealousy,
or something. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something happened. She's jealous. She doesn't look how you look. She
And
can't
she
move
would-
how
yeah.
you move, or she wants.
She
that.
wants
Right.
this
She
life.
wants that, and she's not open enough to be able to have that conversation.
I feel like most women. I feel like women are sexual, and I don't think people realize. I don't think how many men realize how
They're more
sexual.
sexual than us.
Exactly, they're more sexual than us. And then we got the reputation of being big freaks or whatever, and the women are being suppressed. But just from being in a lifestyle and just living, it's women. I feel like most women want this. But I think the main thing that stops them is religion. I think religion stops people more than anything, or it's society, how I will look at society.
I think it's
But if women,
society.
if women are able to get past those two things, the religion and the perception, most women want to live this type of lifestyle, for real.
That's
I
why
understand.
the women are having more fun at the strip clubs than the guys are. Right? I mean, they don't want to be these huge whores or anything, whatever it may be.
Well, would you say you want
but
to be
they
the
wanna- they-
slut of the year?
They want to experience. They want to experience that guy that they saw on TV. The same way we
Same
do.
way we do.
When we scroll and we see this chick, what do we think of? They think of the same shit.
Right.
They literally think of the same shit. And there's always a meme going around like a guy wants a freaky chick until you get a freaky chick and you can't deal with her.
You can't deal with
They are on another level
lot
than
to
we
handle.
ever thought that we are. Yeah.
A lot to handle.
3 times a day. And if I don't,
Like,
I'm
I need
in
a break. I
trouble.
just want to chill tonight.
Yeah.
I just want to watch a cartoon or some shit. Like, take my mind off myself.
I can even be like, going to sleep, babe, just fuck me while I'm sleeping. Like,
Yeah, and she's like dead serious. Like,
I'm
it's
like,
not
you know,
for me to make sure I'm happy. It's like, no, I need it. My body
need
needs
help.
it.
Well, we compromise. Like, I wanted to have sex with him all the time, and I would like tell him, and I'll come and visit, and he'll be like, "Well, you know, like I really do like chilling with you sometimes."
It's just not the pussy all the time.
I had to sit
I'm
down and
like,
have a
"Wait,
conversation.
why?
with
Like,
her.
is something wrong with me?" He's like, "No,
bitch, I'm just good.
I'm just not horny
Out,
right now."
yeah.
Men don't get that. They think that they're this machismo and they're the guys, they're the
Yeah,
shit,
it's all
they're the
perception.
horny man.
They thinking they, you know.
If y'all really got into it, there's no way that we would be able to even keep up. It's just, you know, physically, we would
Yeah.
not be able
Right.
to keep up.
Right.
And that's what he was explaining. He was like, "I'm just not horny all the time," and that's actually how Mr. Chocolate was bought. Mr. Chocolate and he bought a vibrator. That was my first time ever having sex toys. I prefer human interaction.
Speaking of
Yeah.
the Tazzle.com, our sponsors
Yes,
for this
Tazzle.com.
podcast, if you guys need to get you a Mr. Chocolate or
A vibrator.
Jerome, Mr.
Or
Chocolate.
what's the egg that you have?
Man.
Grab you an egg, because that helped you while I was gone, right?
And there's this egg. So it comes in like an Easter egg. We open it up and there's this gel toy that for men. Open it up, put it on, lube it up, shit feels real. So for the 6 weeks that she was gone for work,
Yeah, you need another one.
that shit, we got a box up.
Oh, yeah, we do. We
Shout out
have
to the
on
Tazzle.
the next,
The
on
Tazzle,
the next podcast.
code DHR at your checkout. My goodness. So,
I'm no thanks to you.
Yeah, but yeah.
I never used it either, but I was like, hey, they sent it, I gotta use it.
Yeah. I saw one though. I saw one that like I think it's called like a sloppy head thing.
And it's like has a tongue on
Like,
it.
yeah, it has like a
I
tongue
showed
on
him
it,
that.
and it twists and go in and out like it's giving you sloppy head. It's like a bunch of lubricant.
I wanna
like
buy
I
it.
seen that. Like I
Yeah.
like that shit seems
It's
like
on
it would be-
intake on Instagram.
Like it's like
Okay.
some sloppy throat coming
We'll
from
try
it.
that.
Yes.
We gotta reach out. We need to get that.
But remember, I was like, open up your egg. You're like, I forgot to tell you I did. And that shit was amazing.
I already used that motherfucker. I was in amazement because I don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm struggling for my life right now.
Right, I'm fighting
You know,
for
so
that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm fighting for my life right now to keep up. So I don't need toys. But I was like, man, it's been long. And man, I was like, this shit feels
Yeah.
like the real thing.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I wish I could feel what you're feeling.
I know. I've been thinking the same thing.
Wish we could feel what y'all be feeling.
Seriously, this is crazy.
I feel like you're feeling like you feel better than we feel. I don't know.
Why?
Because it's going like in something like.
And because
I
like,
don't
it's,
know,
so,
it's
it's such a big
Yeah. And it's
part of you that's going in
like,
something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
y'all,
feel like-
y'all Clint has like a million more nerve endings.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
And the simple
Yeah.
fact that I don't know, I can't do this. Some men can. It's the fact that you can also orgasm multiple times. Like I would definitely love to feel it. Like how many times when I'm having sex, and how many times you're busted, like you just lose count. And like me, I got one, maybe two.
Oh no,
and it's
we're
like,
opposite.
What's
Okay.
new though? No. That just happened for us. When she was gone, fucking around with that egg. I swear, I found out.
He came
now
like 3 times.
3 times. Like, go.
So then when I came home
keep
for
going.
a weekend, and you did it. You come like 3
Oh
times.
shit! Keep going 3 times in a row, and I was like, okay, maybe that was just.
Why were you bored? And you were just like, let
I
me
was
just
bored.
see if I can just.
I was
keep
bored.
it.
I was fucking bored. She wasn't here. Like, she's my life, really. So, when the kids are asleep, I have shit to do. I don't watch TV. Maybe I'm editing a video or editing some pictures of shit. So I used the egg. Came. I was still hard.
Yeah,
So I was like, well, let me keep going. Came.
it's still hard.
What the fuck is going on here? Kept going. So now I'm like, I figured out how to maneuver it. Where when she came home, I was able to use that technique or whatnot,
And it worked.
and it worked,
Yeah.
right? It worked.
I can come multiple times, but it's
No, you
like
can't.
not in the same moment. Like throughout the day.
Okay.
Like
Yeah. She's one and done.
yeah.
One.
I'll masturbate like 5 times a day.
She's out.
Right though?
Yes, correct.
So one masturbation session for me is like 13 minutes at least.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a lot. Are you sure?
I'm
No, she's not. I call her a mini woman. Like she's like a mini woman. Like the opposite. It's like it'd be funny sometimes. Like when you first start having sex, it's like less than 2 minutes in, a minute in, she already met it. And I'm like,
I mean, I know really fast too.
Yeah, no, she's 2 pump chump for sure.
Especially if I'm masturbating.
But she's 2 pump
30
chump and go to
seconds.
sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a dude.
like
I'm
you
like
want
the
more.
dude.
Like you can't
No.
sit
First
no
night
more.
is-
Don't
it's
touch
like
it. It
feeling
hurts.
more.
Yeah,
I'm going to
That's
sleep.
just a warm up.
yeah, she get greedier. Like I feel like the most.
Even
She's
after he nuts, like I get back on top to nut again.
I just saw a video of that.
I feel like every time
I felt
she
bad for
orgasms-
him. I was like, I've been there before.
Yeah, every time you orgasm, I just feel like
She was on top just bouncing, just waiting. He
It's
was
just like, let's go.
I gave you all I got.
I wish I could.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wish I could too.
Have you tried?
I just don't feel like I just want to like stop.
Physically.
Yeah. I'm
So like
like,
after she'll do it, then when she's going, she's like,
it doesn't feel good. Yeah. It just.
Because I'd be like, no.
Like
it's
it
good
could be like
no.
another like
Yeah.
30 minutes to an hour maybe, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after that, it's just like it's too much. Like
Okay.
Like I try to make up because like when she's drunk or has some drinks or she's in party mode,
oh, there's not enough.
there's not enough.
I won't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm literally fighting for my fucking life at that
I'm
point.
like,
So
no.
I'm
He's like, I have no more.
I'm drunk now. Let's go. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. She's like, no. You done it. I'm good. Let's go to sleep. So I try to come back and it's nothing. I have to wait another like I said half hour and then all the sensation goes away. And you're ready to restart.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know either. But she's drinking. There's like I can like fist.
Yeah. You can do almost anything. I'm all for it. But if not, I just want to get fucked regular.
Yeah.
Right.
Mom mode.
What's
Yeah.
regular?
Right now
Regular
it's
is
mom
different
mode.
from-
Okay.
what does that mean?
Because we can't like make a lot of noise because the kids are here, so I just like basically just fucking like just super quiet.
We
and
try
quick.
that, but it don't.
It used to be like a little bit more like in the corner of the bed, up against a
You
wall.
can't do it on the bed now.
Now I can't because we're in fucking mom mode all the time. So it's
Yeah.
it's like
So I know like if she's winning and I ain't gonna be able to hit the corner because I know me standing up, I'm a champ. I'm gonna win. I'm not coming. I'm not doing any of that. So, but in corner mode
Yeah, I
/
can't
mom
take
mode,
it
it
anymore.
doesn't work with the kids with 2 rooms over and shit, and they can hear. So
and now we discovered that like they know when we're fucking.
Well, so why be quiet
Last
anyways?
that just happened last night. You're right. So last night I just so happened to play some music because we just heard a song, and I started singing it. She's like, "What's that?" So I played it so she could hear it. It's on the song, no surround sound. In the room though, just turned it off. It was maybe 10 minutes. I come down to grab something to drink. All 3 of the kids are sitting there like this.
Wait, nice music.
Nice music, Dad. and with a huge grin. I'm sitting there like, it took me a while. I was like,
And the ones
these
that they don't want to
motherfuckers-
share a wall with us anymore.
Yeah, they think that we were just fucking. They are, because they turn the music on.
Right.
So you're right. So now I may as well not.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like why should it be hidden? Like at the end of the day, like that is what you do
Yeah.
when you are.
Yeah. I mean, we don't hide it
you're
like
right.
that, but we just try to like not to make it so like
I want
we
you
know
to
that
listen
they
to
know,
your mom
right?
have
You know,
sex.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be like, "Yeah, we heard Sky, like we heard her moaning." He'll be like, "Okay, guys, like
Yeah,
whatever."
yeah.
But like, because otherwise it would just be obnoxious throughout the house. So at least like,
It's these little Amazon things though that we can put on the inside
yeah,
of
we
the door.
found some Amazon things.
It
It's
blocks
supposed
the
to make like.
Block sound.
Blocks the sound. We're gonna try it. We can put it on our door and their door, so that nothing is heard.
Yeah. Do you want to ask some questions from your game?
Yes. Can the side chick become the main chick? A question from the game show Date Night. IG, let's have a conversation. We want to start doing this for every one of our podcasts, just asking one of the questions because we have a couple here. And we just want to see what your thoughts are on that.
On that topic.
Yeah.
So
For
become
other
the
people, I feel like it can.
Can the side chick become the main chick? Can become
with
the
either
chick?
of them. Main
with the
chick for
man.
the woman or
Main-
main chick
Either.
for the
It
man?
doesn't
Right?
matter.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Right.
Whatever your
I
dynamic
think it
is.
can happen with other people because 2 people get together and they don't necessarily communicate and be connected on every level. And then that so-called side chick comes in and she's more supportive, she's paying attention more, they have more of a connection and those type of things. And plus if the sex is great too, and it can happen. for other people. For us, it can't happen
Right.
because
For us, it cannot.
yeah, it can't happen.
Oh, hell no, it
We
can't.
way too connected. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I already feel like she's the best of the best of the best of the best.
Man, that's
And,
all that fucking matters.
So it don't matter who come in. It's like it can't be on the level because our connections goes to so many different levels beyond the bedroom. It's like we thinking the same things. We speak and finish each other's sentences. Like we connected on every other level. So it's like even if you did come in with this great sex or this, that, and the third, it's still not going to connect on every level like what we got.
Yeah, because we literally
So-
do everything together. Like
Everything.
there's nothing that we don't do together.
Right.
If we're gonna play, we're gonna play together. Like everything is for each other, and just considering what that person feels. But I feel like because we're so connected and we like a lot of the same things, like nothing is a struggle. Like we rarely argue. Like everything is like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like he'll bring up something and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So it's like we support each other on so many different levels that it doesn't matter who comes in, they'll never be on that level as your partner. So it's
Yeah.
like a side piece of anything can't be better than what I've already have, like right now.
So I'm
And
not
that's why,
even
that's
gonna-
why we didn't
man.
pursue. That's why we didn't pursue the trouble thing because that was our thinking. It was like nobody could really come in and be connected on every level like that.
Right.
So we rather do like short term, have short term fun.
Right.
Like, we could have a female friend that we want to find that she could come over for a weekend or come over for this a lot of time, but we go our separate ways. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
What do you have to say to the women or men maybe that think that they can be more than the side chick or
Oh,
male,
yeah.
even after you've expressed like,
Yeah.
like, okay, nothing is gonna like make me leave her, like no matter what you do, but they're like,
They're
no,
still
like,
trying?
yeah, like I know, like I can or whatever, like that. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that kind of happened to us in this past girl we was dating with Honey. Yeah, I feel
Honey?
like with her, yeah, it was that type of situation. I feel like she came into the relationship like the friendship part of it. Of
Yeah.
course, of it already trying to be deceitful towards each other. So she would tell him something.
was she trying
that
to
she
more
wouldn't
be with you or more be with
be with
more
him, even though she say that she's primarily lesbian and she's only been in mostly women relationships.
Yeah.
She still was trying to sway on him, and so because that in her previous polygamous relationship, she said the husband ended up liking her more than he liked the wife.
Did he like the wife? Okay.
Yeah. And so she ended up leaving the situation. So I feel like she came into it already with that perception, like, oh, I want him to like me more than he likes his wife. To kind of like break up the relationship.
What do you have to say to that? Or what do you have to say to that? Like,
it's impossible.
yeah,
She
like,
thought she could,
Impossible.
but
It's like
like how do you react to that? How do
We
you
way
like?
too connected. Like, soon as she would tell me something, I'm telling her immediately.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like,
And they don't think that that's gonna
Right,
happen.
don't get
they don't think that's going on.
I feel like some women have done that. With,
So I wanted
yeah.
you to talk about the situation that we had. So somebody reached out to her that I had no clue about. I had no clue about on Instagram. Sent you the picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Someone that you met on Bumble.
Yeah,
or something.
so-
he can play when he travels, right? Like as long as I know and it's not like a secret. Like if I find out 6 months later and he never told me, then that's a whole different situation. That means that's like cheating. But if he plays and he's out of town and he comes like, oh, I played, whatever, then that's fine. But somebody that he was with, I guess, sent me. First of all, she like viewed my story, right? And I like,
She pays attention to that for some reason.
I-
She always sees who views her
I
stories.
just
So
notice
she's
when
like,
somebody's different. Like
the
I don't
fuck
know
is
because
this?
I don't know. And I'm like, oh, who is this? He's like, oh, this is this girl, whatever. Like she doesn't have like a social media. And I go to her thing. I'm like, that's funny because she has like 1,000 posts, like and
Yeah.
he's
She told me she had no social media.
so then she sends me a picture of them fucking and deletes it because you on Instagram you can delete whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
send. And I tell him and he's like, no, she didn't. Like she did not. She told me she didn't or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but she did. Like, how do I know this? Like,
Yeah.
don't like. Even if I don't know about it, I know about it because
knows
my
about
husband's
it.
not
She
keeping
knows
shit
about it,
from
yeah.
me. Like
Yeah.
he's. I know what he does.
Yeah.
So that young lady knew the whole time what my situation was. Because again, I don't have to lie. I'm not lying.
That's super weak.
I'm
That's
not
super
lying.
weak for her to
It's weak
try
as
to do
fuck.
something like
It's
that.
weak as fuck.
Right.
I'm not lying to anybody, right? This is what it is. But the thing is so the reason that she's asking that is because it was the experience was better than what she had been experiencing with other guys. And I mean overall, not just having sex. Overall, the experience is better, the conversation is better. So that she thought that maybe either I was lying
Yeah.
Or either she could send that picture and then piss
It'd be
her.
something with
Yeah.
us.
Right.
And there was another situation with another girl.
Oh shit! I didn't know about this one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the names.
Oh,
but,
I need.
somebody's best friend that's not their best friend anymore, and
I really haven't. Okay.
okay.
Oh yeah.
So we were all at a picnic, and this girl comes. Like I knew, like this girl, like fucked with him. Like I don't think
I had the conversation.
they
with
had
her
like
and
conversations,
everything.
whatever. Like he told me everything. And this girl comes up to me at a picnic when he wasn't around. It's like, I have to talk to you. Like, Kiata's been like DMing me when he was out of town. Like, look, like he DM'd me when he was in whatever state, like whatever. Like, and like I've been sending him pictures, and you know, I just think you should know. I'm like, bitch, I know. Like, I already know that.
It's like you said, that's weak.
Wait, but did you know her?
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I knew her.
Like she knew of her. Like she wasn't her friend. Or
Yeah, I
anything.
wasn't her friend or anything.
She knew who she was.
She was a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And
okay.
like it just so
Yeah.
happened we were all together at some picnic. Like we
Yeah.
were never ever like really together. I think I saw her like one or two other times.
Oh, okay.
But like then she comes up to me like as if but he told her that I knew. So why even come to me and bring this to
Right,
me?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you thought you were
It's like
gonna
they
do
don't-
something.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
But she wanted, because I think when he was talking to her, like it was before we were married, and it was like we were going through like a little bit of like whatever. Like we
Rough
weren't
time.
talking for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he told her
And I
this, like,
still tell her.
I might get back with Sky, you know, we're not talking right now. And she's like, she comes like, and then like we were back together, obviously. And then she's gonna come say that to me. I'm like,
I just want to come to you as a woman.
All right.
but he told you that I knew, so why even come to me like that?
Yeah,
Like,
she's not coming as a helpful
Yeah.
type of thing.
She ain't coming helpful.
She's coming. Yeah, she's coming.
Right,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
similar to the way that how she did it, but not exactly. But she sent us a group text picture because all of our messages are together when we talk to other
Yeah.
women and or men, anyways. But anyway, so she sent a group picture of her butt and with a butt plug in, and he hearted it or something, but I didn't say anything. Because if that is not my true emotion to say something at that point,
That's
I'm not
me.
gonna fake it.
That's
and he'll be like, why
her.
you didn't say that?
I just-
wait, what do you want me to say?
Like
if
when
I
she
felt
posted
something, I would have
right.
said something.
When she posted her titties, I was like, heart. Like
Yeah.
I'm a,
She had
I ain't
humongous
gonna keep.
titties. She had humongous
Yeah,
titties.
humongous
But-
titties.
Yeah, humongous. But her booty was, you know, wasn't.
It just wasn't.
wasn't
I
moving.
wasn't
No,
about
yeah,
it.
you're not
it
gonna say
wasn't
nothing.
It wasn't
That's
moody.
me.
So she
Yeah,
was
I'm
taking a
not
picture of the
being mean.
titties.
It just
She
have
would
a
got
reaction
different
to
I'm
it.
not being mean, but
And
I
I'm
see
sorry that I
my
did
butt
it,
all
like-
the time. Like
I have to have this conversation with her all the time because I have to be able to. I understand what you're saying. I do.
He's
I got
like,
it.
you gotta say something.
I got,
And I'm
but
like,
you got to say something right now because these people have said something.
or
well,
sometimes
he,
feel you, though.
But as long as he responds, it's cool.
It's
If he
cool.
wait,
gave
we
you
don't
the-
both need to read.
We don't both have to. He
You're right.
responded. He gave
You're
his true emotion, and he
You're
loved
right.
it. You got some attention that you wanted,
If
right?
nobody responded,
Right.
then okay.
Then yeah, but you got one response.
I got you.
And then so
agree.
anyway, so I didn't say anything, and then he says, "Oh, I like that butt plug. Like I want to get Trish one because I had never used one before this, and this wasn't that long ago. It was last December or November." And so then she was like, "Yeah, we should go." She was supposed to go to New York with us. We paid for her ticket and all this other stuff.
Oh gosh.
She never showed, but anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was supposed to go to New York with us, and she was like, "We should go when we go to New York. We should go to a sex store." But my response was, "I don't want to make that a priority because there's other things that we may want to do. Like we can do that another time,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing."
That can be done anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. And I was also feeling some type of way because I feel like every single time, only time the girl responded was when we was talking about money, spending money, buying this. She worked at Amazon, so.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And I always said, like, no, you have to be bringing something. You wasn't just going to come in and you're just going to be mooching off of us.
Yeah,
all the time.
no.
I'm not taking
Yeah,
care
we're
of
not
nobody.
taking care
Yes,
of
sir.
a
We're not
boyfriend.
taking care of you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
taking care of
Especially
the
if you're
girl.
going to bring in kids and all that, then that's more expenses on top of more expenses.
Yeah.
So no, that's out. So then every time she would respond, it would be like, oh, we're going to get such and such. Oh, yeah, we should do. But then other times it'd be like, you message
dead.
us in the morning
Crickets.
and then
Yeah.
tomorrow? Like, I don't understand. Like, you know. So I felt like she was kind of trying to use
But
it.
she should be more engaged if it's going to be a throuple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a couple. Like we need to be back and forth. It has to
that's
be
why they're not
talking.
with
She
her.
talked about it.
You're right. You're right.
One of our first times talking to her, like texting her, like she was saying that she wanted to hear. She wanted us to call her every day because she wanted to hear our voice every day. So she was saying that. But all, at the same time, you wasn't being consistent on your end.
But even
Right.
then, what
So
was
it's
my
like-
response? We don't always have to call you. You
No.
can
You
call
can call
us
us.
too.
Yeah.
So you already
Yeah.
making it like, oh,
Yeah, we gotta call
like we
you.
gotta do more
Yeah.
for you. I don't think
Like
so. That's
she
not how
wanted
this is
to
working.
be like the
yeah. And so that's how
wanted
she
to-
tried to
she wanted
split
to be on
us.
the
Yeah.
pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she got mad at me
I mean, that
because of
would
that.
be too.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, but not somebody coming in with nothing.
No,
Like,
yeah.
And then once she found out that she wasn't gonna be on that pedestal and she wasn't up here, like right before the New York trip, kind of.
Yeah.
She's always gonna be
So,
that.
so,
yeah,
so she didn't show up for the New York trip because we kind of started falling off like right before that.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But it was primarily
you know,
because at the beginning he was kind of giving her false hope. Like everything was hooray. Like when he would respond, it would always be hooray.
Because we trying.
Exactly. So
but
it
it
was
was
like,
cool, but
We're trying to make it work.
Make it real.
and I was like, okay, like
Why you
But it was
clapping
cool
every
in the
time she
beginning.
I was
does
like,
it?
no, I was like, that's not cool about such and such. I already started peeping her at the beginning because I was like, it's weird that you just want to jump in and move with us. You don't have no
We know.
questions. You don't have but you just want to move in with some people you don't know. That's not normal.
That is
And
not.
like she would tell us different things, and I was like, something is really odd with that. She
Yeah.
told him that her ex came to her job and choked her out, and she had marks on her neck and all that. 10 minutes later, she called me. I'm good, I'm fine. If that happened 10 minutes before, you ain't gonna be fine.
You ain't fine at all.
So it's like you're making up a lot of things. But then she went to him that day and was like, oh, is she mad at me because she didn't say she loved my like butt picture
I'm
or
like,
whatever.
come to the group text
Right.
and ask that. Are
Right.
you
Exactly.
mad or don't ask him
Yeah,
that? Don't
right.
ask me that. Like,
So what I did, he called me immediately. Was like, honey, call me and Ashley, whatever. And I was
It's
like,
gonna happen
okay.
anyway. Anything
So
you tell
I
me,
called
I'm
both of
just gonna
them.
tell her.
I'm saying they
right?
didn't get that.
They
Yeah.
think that
Like, it's for real. I'm
Right.
telling her everything.
But she thought that, okay, because with her last one, like I said, like it was like that. So they had personal outside of.
Yeah.
So that's why she was like, oh, he liked me more than his wife.
But I feel like,
No.
and
So
I,
she was
I
trying
kind
to
of believe
cause
that
that
you
here.
guys did. Like, if you say from the get-go, like, this is what it is.
Right.
My
Yeah.
wife is gonna know everything.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our relationship.
So I guess
you
that
know?
was her test.
Yeah.
And then she called him, he called me, and then I was like, okay, I'll call you back. So I called him and I called her, and I said, if you felt that I felt some type of way about you, you could have came to me and asked you. When have you not been able to come and ask me anything?
Right.
So now all of a sudden, like you had to go to him and ask him. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, she stumbled and whatever.
So no, the side chick is not.
Never.
Like, we determined
The side chick can.
She
to-
can.
So to what you said.
she can.
Yeah.
Yes, depending
In our
on
situation.
the situation, because
Yeah.
there are, and it's all perspective. What we said earlier, it's all perspective. For people who are not involved in this, if you've never had that perspective, you say no. Then she's just gonna. He or she will just end up cheating on you, just how
Right.
they did before.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the ins and outs, you know the whys behind the whats. To your point, I was married for 10 years. Loved her, but it wasn't that sort of relationship.
Right.
For either of us. I'm not just saying me, for either of us. And I had that. She was my side chick. She was my secretary. And it was like,
Yeah, I'm
wow.
the side chick.
It was eye-opening. It was eye-opening to be able to see how someone could look at you, how someone could treat you. You know, when you guys
Right.
I mean, it's different.
And that's
When
when
you
you're
have
lacking
that
though.
different levels.
Because you're not. That means you're lacking. You were lacking on things that you
I
needed
was
as a
lacking.
man, or
Yeah,
you, or
100%.
as
That
a
happens
woman.
in a lot of
and then it's
relationships.
just like you
It's-
find
it's
that
a lot of
person
relationships.
who actually like
Yeah.
fulfills you in
That's
these
how
ways.
we can say no. The side chick cannot take over, but
Exactly.
I was a side chick,
It's how
so the
you
side
say it.
chick
The
can
side
take
chick can
over.
never take over our relationship.
Right.
Never.
But
never.
it has
The
taken
before,
over. Yeah.
yes, 100%. But
Because
never.
it's all about a connection. Like that's
Yeah.
number one. And I feel like so many people would get married just to get married, like a social
'Cause you're
status type of
supposed to
thing.
do
'cause you're
it.
supposed
Yeah.
to do
Right.
it.
You
But
got
Are you,
kids,
are
right,
you really?
whatever.
If you're not really with your best friend, if y'all can't share every detail, if y'all can't,
Everything, yeah.
like, y'all not really like partners. Like this is somebody you waking up to every day, and they got some people who get home from work and they don't even want to go inside. They don't want to go
and
home
they
to
sit
their
outside
partner.
and
Right.
have to
Or go to the
decompress
bar.
and stuff.
I'm like rushing to get home.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm running home like, yo, this fucked up at work.
I know he'd be
need
like,
to
he'd be
get
like, you're
home.
late.
Yeah,
You're late.
Yeah, I need to get home.
all day
Too late.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Right,
never
we do
had
too.
that. So when you have that connection, it's like it's eye opening. It's
Right.
like holy fuck.
Like, this is
I sat there
true.
through the whole
Right.
time that we were together. Like in my mind, like she didn't hear this, but in my side, it was like, how do I live this life when I see how great it could be? How is it possible for me to live this life when I'm seeing this? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm setting her up for somebody else too. I'm setting her up to somebody else to have this amazingness. So it was years.
I mean, well, that was kind of how it was for us because he's never been in a relationship ever.
Yeah.
And then I've been in a 12-year relationship, 5 kids, live with their dad. So it's just like, for me, it was a challenge for us to be together because of the differences.
Yeah, because he's never experienced some of the things
right.
that you
So
have.
it's like, dang, do you even know how to be in a relationship? And then he's thinking like, dang, like, I don't want to raise your 5 kids or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah,
So-
when we first got together, neither one of us was expected to be serious.
Yeah.
It's just our
was
our
the same
connection
with us.
was just.
Everything
wasn't
was.
supposed to be
I feel
this.
like those work
Yeah.
relationships are like that. Like when you meet somebody at work, you're like, this
Yeah.
is just it. Like
I
real
was
quick.
not supposed to be here right now.
No, yeah.
Married to her.
No.
Taking care of her kids, her taking care of my kids. That
Right.
was not the goal. That
Yeah,
was
that
not
was
what
not-
the
And we
plan
would say
was
it to
whatsoever.
each other.
Oh, and we
Yeah,
knew
like,
it. We knew
exactly.
it.
This is just we're
Yeah.
just fucking right.
Yeah,
Like,
because
yeah.
we
I
were
think-
telling everybody, he was telling us, like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm just going on to Italy with my friend.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your friend. No, we're really
No,
just
yeah,
friends.
Yeah,
and
we're
we,
just
but we
friends.
would
We're just
tell
friends.
each other like,
Yeah.
okay,
And we
we're
truly
just,
believed
we're
it.
just like not,
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
fucking like.
I think there has to be a certain maturity level as well to realize, like, for you to be able to realize that you left that situation and this is what you wanted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you believed in that. Because at the end of the day, they got so many social constructs and people's opinions surrounding everything. It's like you really should do what makes you happy. And if you're going to be with a partner, it should be about making each other happy.
And that's why
Make each
we're
other happy.
here.
And
Yeah.
that's where it like came to the point where it's like, dang, like I never wanted to be in another relationship, but if this is being in a relationship, it
How-
ain't hard at
didn't wanna be in
all.
a
How long after your marriage did you guys find each other?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. So not too long
Not
after.
too long,
So
no.
yeah, you would think somebody in
Yeah.
a 12-year or whatever
Yeah.
relationship, it would be more time, but that
Right.
shows a true
Yeah,
connection.
that
like,
time
Exactly,
already, I
because
feel
it
like
was
we've
like-
done so much and
Right.
had so many experiences and now coming up on 5 years
Yeah.
that most people probably have in 20, 30
Right.
years.
Right, that's how
so
we
it's like
feel.
that
Like
time.
we've been through, I would say everything.
And like you said, when you see him, you see you.
Right.
It's like if I'm
Yeah.
going out, you see her.
My friends
Right.
know, they're like, Sky, you want to come to my birthday dinner? We've already made reservations for Key too. Like nobody, like I'm not like, and it's not like that. Like, oh, I can't go without my husband.
Right,
It's like
right.
no, like I ain't going without my husband because I know I'm not gonna have a good time without
Right,
him. Like,
right,
you know,
right.
like it's always a good time when we go out of town. If people like blow us off, we're like, even better. Fuck it.
Right.
Like, because that's what
I am
you
too. Like,
Fuck it.
like you have to know, like you have to make that, oh, like it's me and him. And
Right.
it's not because like, oh, you gotta act different. No, because
No.
I'm gonna act the same if
Yeah.
he was here or
Yes.
not.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm gonna be a better person if he's
Right.
there because one, I can get fucked up because I know I got my husband next to
Right,
me.
right.
I don't have to worry about shit. Like, and it's just like a better time.
And plus,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he, like especially when you're in the lifestyle, like there's nothing that you can hear that's gonna be offensive. So it's
Exactly.
like that girl's talk can still go on because even though he's here, like he went out with me with my coworkers not that long ago, and I'm just like,
They'd rather have him there than they'd be like, keep coming.
right? Yeah, that's what I said the next time when he didn't show up. But I was like, yeah, like I ended up grabbing 2 of my coworkers' titties or something, and then they was like, oh man, like that I was crazy or whatever. But it was like,
He's
I'm not
like-
gonna act different because he's here. Like it's better. Like you know what I mean?
We have a Friendsgiving every year. One year I lifted up my shirt and somebody went and told on me. He's like, Sky, come on, like.
She always says.
There's some vanilla people here, like, but they thought like they're like, you wanna go
Oh,
with Sky?
shit.
She's fucked up, like she's showing her
Yeah,
tits.
like
He's
go
like,
get her. She's
Yeah.
she's like drunk right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
he's like, no,
It's fine.
she's fine.
She's okay. Don't worry.
Sometimes I like will mix the vanilla with the lifestyle, and I'll be like,
It goes back to the question that we brought up about earlier, that how we have to teeter that line because we
Yeah.
want to make people feel comfortable.
All right.
And we have some really, really, really vanilla friends
Yeah.
who
And then we
can
have
freak
some in
out
the
at
middle.
that. You know, who can
Yeah.
really, really, really freak out if we say certain things and take it a wrong way because they do know what we're doing, how we live our life, and we don't want them to feel as though we're trying to coerce them.
Force it on
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
We feel
Yeah,
that way,
to
but
come
we
in.
also not sacrificing our fun for anybody.
yeah,
No.
that
You
too.
know what I'm saying? Same
No.
thing.
Fuck
Fuck
it.
Like, we'll be respectful of the way you think, but at the same
Oh,
time,
yeah.
if we see something we won't holler at or set up, then look,
Right. Y'all be there. You might be on family vacation, but
she got some big ass titties over there, so you gonna
That's
go
what I'm
talk to her?
saying. Literally, I'm saying, like, we be looking at each other, we be nudging each other, like, yo, do you see?
Or like,
it?
or he'll be with his guys, so he'll be like, hey, y'all saw that? All the wives will be like right here, and be like,
yeah, he'll say something to me, and I'll be like, I already seen it.
Yeah,
like,
she-
I've
she-
been.
she-
oh yeah.
That's what she said.
That's it. Where's the
Actually,
Lord?
Jim all the
Already
time,
saw
he'll
it.
text
Yeah.
me, I'm like, babe, I I saw her when we walked in, but I didn't think her ass was big enough to show you, like, or something like.
I'd be like, let me see
Yeah.
it. It doesn't matter. Let me see it.
Yeah, it'd be times I didn't see it.
So why would you sacrifice that? Like that's the best like relationship.
Yeah.
You can literally do every single thing. You don't have to hide anything.
Best friend for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Right,
like.
even before we got the lifestyle, we was best friends. We did everything.
Right.
But when we get a lifestyle, it's just more enhanced because we can add that element as well. You know what I'm saying?
You got
So-
more to
It's not
do.
just
So
on
why,
paper,
like,
it's supposed to be. It really
why
is.
would I go out with my partners? Like, just think about it logically. Why would I go out with my partners? First of all, I'm never gonna cheat on my girl under no circumstances. So I'm gonna go out with my partners knowing I'm not getting no pussy tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be in a room full of niggas.
Strip club.
Anywhere,
telling you.
anywhere. I mean, it's cool, but it's of course you don't want to neglect your friends or whatever. But just think about it logically. Why would I go? Oh, like, I can have fun with y'all. It's cool, but I'm not getting no pussy tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's only
They don't get
it's only-
that.
it's-
can.
it can-
It's not an issue.
But I'm
This
saying
fun-
they don't get that. That's what
This
you're
fun
saying.
can only reach this level.
It's only going here.
It's only going to reach this level. Versus if I go out with her.
Because it's not as fun.
All right. Versus if I go out with my best friend.
I may get fucked
But-
tonight by somebody different.
Right. Even if I'm not there.
With my wife.
Even if we don't meet another woman, it's me and her. Like we get high and we having great sex together. And if we add another woman or whatever else, it's like
Listen,
best of
no
both worlds.
one in all the sex that I've had in my entire fucking life, no one has fucked me better than she has. No one. It's not even been close. Not even like, you know what? No one. Because it's not just the physical portion of it.
exactly.
The physical is a 10. It is a 10. But then when you add the emotional to it, because it is your best friend that you can have any and every conversation with, that shit it just skyrockets.
Right.
No one can do that.
Right.
So when you're going out with your boys, though, I love y'all. I love fucking with y'all. I love cracking on these chicks and doing all this shit.
I love
But just
when
like
he
you
goes-
said, I know that I'm not gonna fuck anybody tonight.
I love when he goes to the strip club with his boys. They're like, yeah.
They're dying, going
'Cause
crazy.
Me and
I'm
him
like-
at the strip club, we have a fucking ball. He goes with like the
Right.
guys.
She goes to
and
strip club. She may get pulled up on the stage.
Yeah.
I go with the guys. It's just like it's cool because I'm spending time with the guys. I swear I am. But it's like this is the life for them, and it's my job to understand
like,
that.
keep
Right.
it advanced.
Because
That's the highest it gets.
Yeah.
The highest it gets for them.
I
is
know.
the best
I
of
gotta.
them.
Yeah.
I gotta understand my vanilla friends and what's amazing for them because I still want to spend time with them. I don't want them to.
Yeah.
Oh, Kip only spends time with Skylar. You know what I'm saying? So, I do. But it's like,
does.
this is nothing.
This is
for me.
vanilla sauce.
This is
Right.
nothing.
And
Like
it's
you have no
boring.
clue what happened.
But the
last
only
night.
thing the aspect of it that I kind of don't like is that because they know that he's in a lifestyle, but they're not, and they're living straight vanilla lives. But to them, that's sneaky to do something that's like against their partner.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you want to go with me because you think I'm gonna get it popping with these other girls.
Yeah, you're not, but that's
No.
You want to get it popping too,
Yeah.
but you're cheating on your wife.
So we
I
don't
feel like
condone that either.
that's
We
what I
don't,
say. It makes me
Oh
feel
my
weird
God,
because
yes.
his friends will
Yeah.
talk to him because
No.
they're getting his kudos, but it's like that's different. You still violating
It's
your
so
marriage.
different. It's so
It's
different.
not the same thing.
That brings us back to like some of his friends that kind of like found out about our lifestyle through like maybe his ex or something.
Yeah.
Talk like a lot of shit about him.
Acquaintances, not friends.
Okay, from,
they
like,
were
college.
Friends. They're acquaintances, but I know what they do,
And
and I
he's
know
like,
what they
they're
have
doing
been
the
doing.
fucking same shit.
Cheating on their wives,
For
bachelor
years.
parties, traveling, fucking other
Yeah.
chicks. You know what I'm saying? But have the most to say about
Right.
our situation.
Right.
But that's
There's
what
a
bothers
reason
me
why-
the most, though. I feel like because it's like, okay, now those same guys want to go on a group trip with you because they're expecting
They think
other
that you're gonna
things to
set
go
it off.
happen. Yeah, and it's just like,
No.
To me, that's like, okay, what kind of experience is that? Like, you actually know that they're in relationships or whatever, being dishonest
Yes.
to each his own. But it's just like, but you expect me to like ride in on that type of whatever. Like, to
yeah,
me,
we're
I have
not
a problem with
condoning you
that.
cheating on your
That's
wife.
why
And that's why
I don't have those conversations with my best friends. I have no conversations about this lifestyle with them whatsoever. Our goal is not to bring them in it. It is not to have them cheat on their wives or their wives cheat on their husbands ever at all. It's cool for us if y'all are in a lifestyle. Like, oh shit, like we gonna vibe with y'all. Not we need to bring you over to the dark side, side to come understand what we're doing. Hell no. But that's what they think. It's like you
That's
said.
what they think.
They think, oh, Keontae's coming, he gonna have all the hoes.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, no.
Key's coming, where the hoes at?
Because I'll
I'm like,
still
I don't
shut
have
that
the
shit
hoes.
down.
and
Like,
that's what I feel like.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it's not
I feel
that.
like it is.
It's not that. I don't have the
I don't
hoes.
know,
I'm
it's
not
just
bringing
like
the
a
hoes.
different- I don't even know how a different level of.
It's significantly different, but it's all perspective. They think that the lifestyle is this.
That's what it is. Like,
They think that that's
this
what
is
it
not
is.
what it is.
No,
Yeah.
it's not at all. We got a couple minutes left. Last question. We have a segment called "You Know Who You Are." well, I can't say all the years. You guys are 2 years into
Yeah,
this.
you guys are pretty far in for being on me.
Yeah, I need the craziest story.
Without mentioning names.
You don't have to tell the names of
You
this
can if you want
lifestyle that you guys have experienced. The craziest from the single guy or the couple
Or the
whatever it may
unicorn.
be.
Positive or negative?
Either
It doesn't
either
matter.
one.
Yeah, positive or negative.
So you know who you are.
That you guys have experienced, and we say you know who you are because this network is not monstrous, especially with our names. People know who we are, and you know who you've played with, right? So from your
And
experiences,
they know who they are. They're watching this.
they do know who they are. What have you experienced that in this lifestyle?
I don't know. I'll let you answer that one, but I don't look at things as crazy anymore. Like it's like some stuff is like normal to us now. So
Or like something that
I don't know.
like a wife found out and like.
So when I say crazy, like we had a previous podcaster and we were asking him like he said how the little guy lied. He tried to sneak in without having a condom, without having that approved. We had another guy who was doing where he was underneath while his wife was getting fucked doggy style, and the guy was fucking his wife doggy style, and the dick slipped into his mouth. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So we're saying.
Ain't no coming back from that.
In the craziness, in this lifestyle,
What's the craziest
you guys have done some shit. You guys have met some people. You guys have had people who have lied, who have done whatever needed to be done. What's some crazy shit that has happened in this lifestyle for you guys that you guys have experienced?
We haven't really had anything crazy
That's-
besides the
you guys are
couple swap.
fairly new, so maybe there is nothing.
Besides with what's the call in them? The first couple swap we had. That's the
An
only thing
African?
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear
guess
that.
so.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Briefly.
So we were in South Africa. We were in,
Okay, excuse
y'all
me.
travel,
Like you just don't say we were in South Africa as if we were in
Okay,
fucking
we
Miami. We were in South Africa. Hey, put that on the calendar, okay? South Africa.
I mean, we want to travel, but y'all like
The fuck?
got them locations.
So we were in
How do you meet a
Johannesburg.
couple in South Africa? The same way?
Yeah.
SBC,
Yeah,
Strip
but
club.
yeah, and they're
No,
all
we met at a-
they're there too.
We met at a strip club.
Okay.
We met them at a strip club.
Yeah.
So we went to
Actually, it was one of those situations where, so me and her was together, obviously, but like I went to the bathroom. You know how some guys be when they see you leave your girl at the bar
Yeah.
or whatever, and
So
try to
swoop
talk
in.
to her.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came in and
be
started
shiesty.
asking me.
I'm naive to all
That's
this.
Yeah.
That's a shiesty thing. But
And then I was like, well, whatever you have to say, wait till my husband comes back
Yeah.
and then say it. And so he was like, oh, like, so I guess he said that told him that I was a loyal woman and all this other stuff.
they gave him a
So
certain
anyway,
level of
yeah,
respect. or
certain level of
whatever.
respect. So he ended up talking to him, and he was like, oh well, so you think I can holler at you in front of your husband? I said, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, this is a different type of people.
He had no
so
clue.
he started talking to
Yeah.
him, and then
He
so
had no
he
clue.
was like that he wanted him to come back, and he wanted the couple swap. So then we started talking to him on WhatsApp, and that's how that happened. But it was crazy because we just were thinking like, okay, like our relationship is great, like no drama. We hate drama. Like they came in and then they started drinking that, and here the secrets come out. Like, like, oh, he was cheating on me with somebody else.
Yeah.
And like I tried to
Realize.
kill myself, and
Damn.
It got
I'm
to
giving you all the.
I overdosed.
It got
they
to a
found
deep
me,
conversation. So
like,
at that point,
we were
at this
just
point we ain't trying to
counseling
have sex.
Yeah, you're like,
We don't want it no more. We just want to get out of
Yeah,
here.
we just
Right.
trying to counsel y'all and help y'all with y'all relationship. Like, at this point, we just trying to make sure y'all good.
right, because she was crying, and
yeah.
that was a whole.
oh, so it went deep.
It went
Yeah.
deep.
Oh, that's really.
So we
yeah,
were
it's
like,
awkward as fuck.
this is not attractive at all. Like,
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck.
Right.
Like, that's all
But
done.
but like
We ended up-
But we did.
he wanted,
Okay.
but he was he was more of the aggressor or whatever. And then
He recovered.
Yeah, I feel like
man.
he would felt guilty. So it's like he really wanted to see her being like had sex with somebody
wanted
else.
So she wanted this, like.
he
too,
wanted it
like-
more than
he
he
wanted
wanted
it
more
more
than
than
anybody in
her.
the room,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted it more than her.
So he was like kind of like pressuring it. So we still kind of was like, okay, like well, I guess we can like
guess we
go a
can
little bit
try,
because he told his girl to start kissing him and stuff like that. So we
Yeah.
tried, and then in the middle of it, she would stop. I need a break. She would come back, start crying, and it's like I'm
I'd
giving
be like-
I'm giving him head, and at the same time you crying on top of him. Like I can't
No,
do this.
yeah,
anymore.
no.
Do that.
I'm like,
This
okay,
is-
yeah,
this is
this
y'all
ain't-
situation.
right.
Yeah.
So then we let them
we ended up
finish.
just letting them finish.
Yeah.
And once they left, we had our run.
Yeah, we just went after. So
Yeah.
that was our first
Okay.
couple swap.
Yeah. Your first.
First. So after that,
Oh,
But you know
It was-
what?
yeah.
The Canadian
The
couple.
Canadian couple.
Our first swap was kind of like that. Were they the first?
They
Yeah.
were the first.
So we knew that we were moving to Miami, but we weren't moved here, right, yet? Or you moved first.
Yeah.
And we went to the nude beach and we met a Canadian couple. And then we kicked it off, whatever. We went back to their hotel later on that night to go to a strip club. We went to a strip club, it was like whack. So we went back to the hotel room and then finished.
They like
More detail.
we didn't know that we were swingers at that point. We just had no. We were just freaky as fuck, but we had no clue that we were
And we were
swingers.
fresh in our-
We didn't know what we wanted to do or any of that. But they just kept talking about sex. We're naive. We're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. We just playing. Oh, do you guys want to watch porn? We're like,
And he brings it up on his
I'm like,
laptop.
I don't sit and watch porn with other people. Okay. I was like, oh. I was like, they trying to fuck. Like, shit. I said,
Take your clothes off.
we've been here all goddamn night, and that's all they
Literally,
wanted to
yeah.
do. We had no clue. We just thought that we were hanging out.
Right.
Honestly, I swear,
We literally thought
we thought that we were just hanging out. We drove in the car to the strip club that we didn't go into, back to the hotel room, and we're
Yeah.
watching porn. When the light clicked, I was like,
Take your clothes off.
She said, what? She's like, no. And like I told y'all, I said, just take your clothes off. She's like, oh my God. And that's all they needed. But we get to going.
And she was like, I don't know what her issue
She went to the
was.
bathroom for something.
And
After we're already doing our thing. You know, motherfucker, we're connected and everything. She comes back from the bathroom
and she was pissed.
as the wife is coming. She
No,
lost
as
her
the
mind. I'm sorry, as the husband's coming, she lost her mind.
Yeah, she
As the
was.
husband was coming.
Lost her
She
mind
fucking
on him.
flipped shit. And then like, I don't know, like I started fucking you and I see her though, like
We're sitting here like this,
going
like,
in
On him?
on him. We're sitting there looking at each other like, what just happened?
And I'm like, babe, let's.
I'm like, they were just fine with this. What just happened?
Well,
I think
he wasn't supposed to come.
Yep.
He
she
wasn't
was-
supposed to come.
yep.
Because not with her there. He
wasn't supposed to come.
But it's like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Why.
Well, so every couple has their
got
boundaries.
their own rules. They got their own
we have their own
Every
thing.
couple has their thing. They have their boundaries, and that's just anybody who's just thinking about this lifestyle. If you're going into it like as a couple, you have to set your boundaries,
Yeah.
and you have to talk about your fantasies. You have to set your boundaries and
Yeah.
see what y'all are comfortable with. And that's something that you're not comfortable with. That's a rule that you
But
broke.
I feel like they were at the point I think they had been in it for a while because they were telling us about other like couples and stuff like that. Like, yeah, so he should have known that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
something that he
And that's
should've
probably why
known.
she was mad at him.
Yeah,
Like, you
so
should've
that's
known.
why she was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? They called us like the next day. They're like, "We're so sorry. Please come back."
My thing,
But we didn't know shit about
Right.
shit.
But my thing is like, okay, say if you do know that, I feel like to minimize all the extra, whatever it is, the impressions that you have now about them, like that could have been discussed after the fact.
Yeah.
It also doesn't have to be this
More in the
blown up,
session.
thing to where it's
Yeah.
like everybody's uncomfortable now.
Right.
You could have talked to him
Because
after we left.
like me and him, like I can just look at him and he knows my look,
Yeah.
or I could
It's
tap
time to go,
him
nigga.
and he knows the tap.
It's time to
That's
go.
it. Like I'm not letting you feel what
Right,
like you know,
exactly.
I'm not gonna give that off on you because I'm pissed at him, not at you, because you didn't fucking know.
Right.
So yeah,
She came out and they were going at
but
it,
like we were like face this way, but you just saw them going at it silently. So
Well, like this, I'm like
looking
this.
back at it, it's like
I'm like,
And I'm
babe,
like-
do you see them? We like eased out.
we literally
grabbed
like
our shit.
yes we did.
We grabbed our shit. We didn't say bye. We just exited, stayed
And that's
left.
when they hit us up the next day.
Hey,
Or the day
you wanna
after or
hang out? We're like,
something.
no, we don't. We
No,
do not
yeah.
want to hang out.
No.
We don't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Y'all got some shit to take care of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. Everybody has their own rules. Like how I was messaging you guys. Like even though it was just for the podcast, like people don't believe that. People think that it's fake and that's just how we roll. She wants to know.
Oh yeah.
She don't want to be in no text chats or nothing, you know, but she knows who we are, what's going on 100%, but she just texts me. She don't even text her fucking friends.
No, I don't text anybody. My mom, no.
And people may not understand that. And I have to, we've missed out on a couple of opportunities because I say, this is how we operate. I'm sorry.
Right.
This
We
is
have
how-
our rules, we have our
We have
boundaries.
our rules.
That's just how we
I'm
work.
not
I
going to
don't
force her
care
to
to-
be in that, you
Right.
know, because in her mind, that means nothing. She'd
Yeah.
rather the face-to-face and have the conversations. And then she's
Yeah,
cool.
I'd
with-
rather go for drinks.
She's comfortable. Yeah.
Dinner. I don't want to text anybody. I just don't. I don't want to text my fucking own kids. Like, you know, like.
Damn.
Literally, but I don't. They
You
text
don't-
them.
you don't-
They're like,
you don't.
Dad, I'm like,
Everything-
why didn't you
yeah,
text me either? He's like, because you're not going to respond.
Yeah,
Like,
everything goes to
I
me.
don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Well,
well, it's been.
it's
an
been
amazing
a
conversation.
fucking amazing conversation. Fucking amazing conversation.
So glad you
Passing by so
guys.
fast.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
this fucking flew by. It was great to get to know you guys. Now that we know that you guys are in New Orleans,
Yeah.
we will be there in September.
September, so we could probably do a episode 2.
Whatever, I don't care. Or just see the city. I don't
Yeah,
care.
we
we
could
can
do
do
a day in the
You
life
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. That would be
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
Tell us where to find you guys.
Yeah.
What
Everybody
do you,
knows.
what do you want people
He's
to
a
know?
professional at whatever.
FreakNastyCoupleTwo on Twitter, and FreakNastyCouple87 on OnlyFans.
All right.
Oh yes, they do have an OnlyFans and it's popping.
Check them out.
Wait, let me double check that.
Popping.
Hold up, he's gonna double check his.
I will have the link in the bio.
In the bio.
You guys can check it out. You guys can check them out, see what they do, see their greatness. We appreciate you guys taking time out of your vacation to come see us and spend time with us. We fucking appreciate it. The conversation was amazing. You guys are just as dope as in real life as you are on social media. So,
Yes. Oh wait, that's another question.
It's just Freak Nasty Couple, no 87 for
No,
OnlyFans.
Okay, so we'll drop
For
the
just
link
just
for
Freak
you.
Nasty Couple.
send the link.
Are we everything that you guys thought we would
That's
be?
a damn good question, yeah, because a lot of people think that she's something else. Like, you now see her in real life.
And
What
now
is she?
we think you guys are everything that you are on your
Yeah.
social media. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I see the reservedness, but I also feel like everybody says that I'm reserved too, but it's
Yeah.
just like a different level. Like I know you freaky, like
Yeah.
reserved.
Yeah, I can
It's
feel
the
it.
reserve that like I'm wild, really. Like
Well,
it's
that's
that
the same
type.
way. Like she's a lot of people say that too. Like she's reserved. Like she's not going to be like the aggressor at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
At the end
like,
of
she
the
when
day,
it's
gonna, at the end of the
time-
day, you gonna be like, God damn, she's a freak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why you got, like they said, you got to worry about the quiet ones, the reserved ones.
100% those ones
Yeah,
you have to
so-
worry about. Those are the crazy ones. So,
All right,
thank
well-
you guys. This has been another episode of the Our Life
style.
podcast. This has been another episode of the Our Life
Style.
podcast. Thank you
I'm
guys
so
for
trying to
tuning
get
in.
together.
Thank you for our guests. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you for the next one. Good shit.
Good shit, guys.
Good shit. This died at the very end, but that's what